Ellie had a question around the brand benefits, let's say, to convince nightclubs and venues to venture, I guess, from the physical back into kind of VR experiences, or let's go a little bit broader in XR experiences. And this opens it up very squarely to Alex, so I'll call him out to kind of give his thoughts around, brand benefits on venue side.
Yeah, I mean, on the brand side, like whether it's a physical venue or a label or even just an artist themselves, they're all brands. And the thing that really was the impetus for Volta kind of evolving into what it became was COVID and its effect that it had on the live music industry, which it was just utterly destroyed. Both Mitch and Denise, you are, I'm sure, very close to the fact that retail was the hardest hit sector during COVID. The live music industry was a pretty close second, and the capacity to provide an audience, full stop, much less a global one, for artists and musicians became critical to keep them alive, and to kind of find a way to make a living over the last couple of years. And what that's morphed into is being able to provide global scale, like being able to hybridize events and being able to add global scale to localized events, which itself is amazing that we can do that. One sort of a kind of an unfortunate ripple effect that we're seeing has happened in live music as a result of COVID is, everybody had similar behaviors. COVID hit, they're not going to tour. Let's make new music, and then we'll promote that music when the world opens back up. Well, the world's opened back up. Everyone's touring, which means that there is an abundance of supply for entertainment, and shows aren't selling out now. And so, you'll have certain shows that will always sell out, your Coachellas, Glastonbury's, that kind of thing. But even for like bigger brands that can usually put on near festival size events, they're struggling to sell tickets. And what mixed reality can offer is the potential to have global scale, have global engagement from around the world, in certain capacities, drive revenue from a global audience for localized events, and effectively subsidize the ticket sales that aren't underwhelming ticket sales. So in every capacity, mixed reality has the potential to keep these industries alive through all kinds of different brands and venues. And again, we feel fortunate to, we're all, like I said, we're all musicians first, and we all love music. We all love going to live shows at Volta. And so being able to not just participate in this industry, especially at this moment in time, but to be able to do so in a way that can help maintain the livelihoods of all of the people in this industry is incredibly, we're honored to be able to do that. We hope that our technology can only further help that. But Denise, given that you come from the retail industry, and that was a pretty heavy hit one.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. But it's also about turning that into an opportunity for change. I think from a retail point of view, retail was struggling before COVID, and so COVID was just really like one of the last final straws of like, if you're gonna ever reinvent yourself, now is the time to do it. And I think you really, again, starts with mindset. If you have that mindset, then you can really turn things around to say, well, actually, maybe now is the time where we can think about what are some new ways we can apply immersive technologies and be more experimental, because what do we have to lose, right? And I think it's been a really interesting time to see the response, lots of positive responses in trying new things. Charlie Cohen is actually one of the independent fashion designers who's been very successful creating an immersive experience with Selfridge. Is a great example of what we're talking about. You know, just different ways that you can reinvent fashion, really taking old channels, right? E-commerce is nothing new, especially not online, but just adding that extra immersive gaming element really draws in. And to your point, Alex, it's really just kind of adding that differentiating factor of, well, what makes this brand experience a little bit different, right? It's a little bit more engaging because I'm actually playing a game as I'm shopping. I'm really having like a little quest to try to, but it's immersive as well. It's in VR. So it's more exploratory. I mean, it's just one example of many, right? So it's just been an interesting time. I don't look at it as a negative. I choose to see it as a positive. It's something that has happened and we've all had to deal with it. And I think it just comes down to looking at it as the cup is half full. There's so much more to do. We are absolutely on an education journey right now. I think it has to be about kind of getting everybody onto the same page. Try to move. I love the excitement in our industry, by the way. I absolutely love it. I feed on it. But now it's kind of like, let's take the next step. Let's, into that education journey, and let's start to collaborate more, create more, just start to let go. Don't try to hold on to everything and try to feel that you have to find all the answers or be the one in control. Just kind of open up, let go, try things, experiment, have fun, and we will create the future. It'll be beautiful.